Sorry, Emeralda. Go sit on the bench with Ellie. Ellie needs your help. This should be fun. Is this a gear fight? It can't be a gear fight. We don't have our gears, right? I mean, we always have our gears, but it doesn't make sense for us to have our gears right now. So it must be in, like, we're fighting him 1-on-1, yeah? Or 3-on-1. 3-on-2. Same thing. Okay, he is. Okay. Is Graf gonna end up being Faye's dad? Does Faye even have a dad? I mean, he says, people say he has a dad. Ellie has parents, but how? I don't know. It's weird. All right, let's get rid of this extra person here. Let's do this one. Start. Jesus crap. Those are like his punches. 36 damage. All of that. 36 damage. Jesus. Alright. That means that each one of those did like 6 damage. Oh man. You're following the wrong guy, middleman. You think I might be a tad OP? It's not like I grinded or anything. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I think Graf might be like I think Graf gave all of his power out to these crappy bosses all game, and now he sucks. Is that guy dead? Oh yeah, we can't target him anymore. He's just kind of standing there now. All right. We can explode with space chi. We haven't tried that out yet. You guys want to explode with space chi? Let's do it. Space chi. Whoa. Boom. All right. Let's get a haze of fire. Okay, Billy. Let's try. Billy hasn't learned all of his stuff yet. You can do Devil Blast though. I don't remember what death blows he has. Billy might actually take damage from this. Yeah. Okay. That's fair. You can kill Billy. I think the Phoenix Downs in this game summon down like the ring from Dark Souls or something. Alright, let's see. Oop, I hit the wrong buttons. We're just gonna do all this. Alright. Alright, so this attack killed Billy. What's it gonna do to Faye? It hurts him. But it didn't kill him. And Billy can do this. which heals a ridiculous amount considering how many hit points we have. All right. So yeah. Let's freeze Graph. How about that? And Graph is getting his ass kicked. This dude's been acting like a badass all game. What happened, dude? You gonna finally tell us what you're up to, other than seeking power? Alright, we beat him. $92,000 XP each. Goddess Wake. Ooh. They've been trying to revive God. All they have to do is ask Billy to cast Goddess Wake, apparently. You've gotten better. However... Oh, he wasn't trying. That's it, guys. Oh, is it gear time? Oh. Oh, it's Eric. I'll take care of this. Everyone escape now. No one tell him about his wife. Father. Oh, damn it, Ellie. He's busy right now. You both dote on your child. The hell? The Executioner's doing this? Ellie! She's gonna lose her dad too? No matter what happens, believe in yourself and go on. We'll be happy to help any way we can. That's the least I can make do. Dude, he's trying to trigger Ellie, just like he did to Faye, right? He's gonna make her go into like her version of it. You're Medina's daughter, my daughter, no matter what, so... That wasn't even Graph doing that though, like the Executioner did that. Graph's just standing there. Father? Oh, have I overdone it? You have no time to say goodbye. But don't worry, I'll let you meet again on the other side. How could you do that to my father? Yeah, here goes. Shit. To have that much ether control in a non-awakened state, impressive. However, the hell is this Executioner? Ellie, everyone. Well, not you two. Oh shit. Just keep sleeping. Executioner's getting bright over there. Okay. Sir, the gear's moving by itself in the hangar. What? More details. Oh, Veltal's gonna come help. Oh. Oh. Okay. Maybe he didn't keep sleeping. Like, how about upgrading the gears? Like, Phase gear is like already an Omni gear. They just haven't talked about it, right? Like, it responds to him without him having to be in it and stuff. Come on, you devil. I'll be sure to kill you this time. Dude, Ramses, give it up, dude. That's it. That's it. He came all this way just to be killed. I feel like Veltal's just gonna like run through that guy. There he was. Yes, it's clear. It's nothing like the half-assed stuff we've dealt with before. Miang was the execution? No, wait, this is not the same. Like, Graf isn't here. This is Krellian. I don't think he'll get off the stage easily this time. Faye's mental energy seems to have been weakened, and it's similar to the old days now. Was she the executioner that killed Eric? What's so amusing? His feelings haven't changed over the years. Maybe you have mixed feelings. Don't be stupid. By the way, what about Ramses? You want him to bring her back? Too late. Kara's already left. I really want to say it's a waste of time, but I guess it's alright. He probably made it easier to control it. Nevertheless... What? How can you continue to fight without a chance of winning? Isn't that what you want? Though I induced you to feel that way. I induced you to feel that way. But we're almost there. Our only actual example of success. Let's take good care of him. What her true intentions are, I don't even know. We're going, this place will soon be gone. I agree, we should do Kar a favor and save him, shouldn't we? Dude, I don't even know what's going on. Oh, Miang was the masked woman in Kislev? Because she was wearing that same getup. Okay. It is destroying Solaris. Oh, God. Alright, Ellie. Are you okay, Ellie? See, I thought he was going to wake up Ellie by killing her parents, and all he did was end up waking up it again. Ellie, have you come to your senses yet? Titan, Maria. Yeah, we were saved when we were thrown out into the sky. The rest of my crew were already picked up, and they're in the Yggdrasil right now. Oh. Faye, what about Faye? Is he on the Yggdrasil too? Solaris, that red gear. What's going on? Titan, what's happened to Faye? Calm down, Ellie. Faye is alright. So he's already in the Yggdrasil, right, Maria? Calm down, Ellie. Listen, Faye is riding in that gear. That gear is actually Veltal in its true form, after transformation. What? Another Faye within him is awakening. Faye and Id are the same person. You're kidding, I don't believe that. I'm not lying. We saw it with our own eyes. It's the very sight of him turning into Id. Damn! Damn! Okay. I love how Veltal just like, boom, it's just there. Faye is Id? Told me ridiculous. Yeah, as soon as they told us his name was Id, I was like, okay, it's Faye. Like, I had considered it being, like, the guy in the red gear being Faye's dad for a long time. But when he came at us right after Faye woke up and then said his name was Id, I was like, I mean, it was just, like, obvious at that point. Quick, take cover. The Solarian-based energy descending from the upper atmosphere is equivalent to a reactive weapon. Ooh, cutscene. Shit. Yeah, Solaris is done. We're gonna get caught up in it? Yggdrasil, get moving. What about the Gazelle Ministry? They're just like a computer. they're inside of Solaris. If Solaris falls, like, how do they escape? I mean, I guess it's still there. Never mind. Nope. It's not still there. I was gonna say it's still on the ground. It's just damaged and in pieces and everything's broken, but like, no, it blew up. Well, we beat Solaris. Whew. We made it somehow. What the? Now, where does this game go from here? Like, Solaris has fallen. Graf is still out there. Krellian is still doing his thing. The Emperor is still a thing, I guess. But, like, they don't have a country anymore. I don't know how the Gazelle Ministry lives through that. I mean, I guess they could have been transferred to another facility or something. The Red Gear is coming this way. Damn. We're spotted. If they just gonna, like, fly in and then, like, park. Maybe. We can be lucky, right? I mean, he snapped the first Yggdrasil in half, I guess, so. Titan, what now? What should we do? Huh? What? You're asking me what to do? I don't know. There's someone on the deck. It's Ellie? What? No, Ellie, return immediately. I'm going to do this, so please allow me to do it. It's too dangerous. I know. But it's just like when Faye put his life on the line to save me. It's my turn to save Faye. As long as it helps him, I don't care what happens to me. Ellie. Oh yeah, the fishbowl. They lost, like, their main population, though. I guess they don't really care about their population. Faye. You've come to die, eh? Like, he literally, like, completely changes. Like, it doesn't even look like Faye. Yes. If that's what will satisfy you, then kill me now. Good girl. Now die. Let go. Faye, I won't ever let go. Faye, please return to the real Faye. What? It's like all the gears when they go into like Omni gear form or whatever, they get wings so far, right? He has like wings too. So did Bart's. Please. Shit. This woman, I knew it. Ellie. Damn it. He's awakening. Well, it worked. I mean, theoretically, the place he hit her isn't where the pilot is, right? So, I mean, she should be okay. I'm sorry. I did not want to say anything until I was sure. I was on a secret mission by orders of the Emperor Cain to monitor Faye. He ordered me to determine whether Faye would be a threat to the world or not. The contact. That is what the Emperor calls Faye. The contact. This is your conclusion? Yes, Your Majesty. This is the answer that I chose myself. Anonable. You think you can do it? Yes. Humans have the potential. Managers are no longer needed. The contact is not our enemy. Yes, as you say, Your Majesty, if Faye is... then I leave it up to you. I atone for my crime by doing so. Interesting. The long-awaited man of God, who will take the people born in this world with him to a new horizon. Such is the destiny of the contact. That is what the Emperor called Faye. He did not tell me why he called Faye that, though. Who the heck is he, then? He's Faye, but he is also the one who destroyed Elru, caused Kar serious injury, sank the Yggdrasil, killed Reiku's subordinates in Kislev. Need I continue further? He is Id. What did you say? Id? What do you mean? He, Faye, that is, has dissociative identity disorder, also known more commonly as multiple personalities. Dissociative identity disorder or multiple personalities. It is a mental disorder where one person has multiple personalities. That can't be real. Oh, but it is very real. Faye is living proof of it. I've been watching over Faye, who is a destroyer personality within him named Id. In the beginning, he was stable. His dissociation did not occur at all while he lived in Lahan for those 3 years. But then, after Lahan was attacked, things changed. Little by little, the number of incidents of his dissociation and their length began to increase. Then at Solaris, a complete manifestation of it occurred. What brought it about? He was fine when he was in Lahan, right? My guess is that the appearance of Graf affected Faye somehow. You probably know that Faye worked with Graf as the assassin Id before he was brought to live in Lahan. They misspelled assassin. What? Okay. It was then that Elru, the homeland of Dominia, was utterly obliterated. That's why it's missing from the map. Yeah? It was on that old map, but it's not there anymore. It just got rid of a whole, like, island. Nation. Graf was intentionally provoking the manifestation of Id within, for want of a better word, Faye. For what purpose? To destroy God. That is what Graf was saying. That is all I know, although there might be more to it. But one thing is certain. Graf was encouraging the manifestation of Id, but did not have adequate control over him. In other words, it was too much for him to handle? Yes. You said that's all you know, although there might be more to it. What did you mean by that? I shall go on to explain that now. Actually, that is the most important point. There is nothing you can do. You understand well, just as I expected, Citan. Or was it Doc? Yeah, he's got him up there where he can't move. I've been wanting to meet you, Id. I wanted to talk with you. I guess it's all due to this machine which cuts the nerve connections. Anyways, what is Faye doing as of now? Faye? Which Faye do you mean? There is more than one? Id? The one you call Faye is asleep. Sleeping. When I am awake, he sleeps. Wait, so maybe like Id is just like immortal or like super long-lived, and the other versions of Faye are like other personalities other than Faye, like Lacan and Kim or whatever. That is why he has no memory of what I do. Why does he not know? It's obvious. He's my subordinate. He cannot peer into my memories. He should not, in actuality, even exist. That man forcibly created his personality. Faye is a tenant in the room of cowardice. That man, our father, Khan. So it already existed and Khan forced him to have another personality named Faye. So Id's the real, like Faye's the fake personality. He sealed up my personality in the deepest recesses of my consciousness through some inexplicable reason. That was when the present Faye was born. When you said cowardice, what did you mean? Why ask about him? You think you can do something? It's rare to be able to talk to a real schizophrenic. As a scholar, I'm extremely intrigued. With friends like you, eh, Doctor? I like you, Citan, but he is insignificant. After all, he is just a failure. A coward like him doesn't deserve to be Faye's existence. A pathetic one who has always fled from reality. He never did one thing against me when I control him. A coward who refused to live. He should have been erased, but he continues to exist. Why won't he disappear? Damn it, it makes my skin crawl just being in the same body as him. Let us change the subject. I would like to know how and why your personalities were split. Since you were the one in control, I would assume you know the story. Normally, personalities do not split as they did with you, unless there was some sort of past trauma. You want me to talk about my memories? Don't misunderstand. I haven't given you the right to question me. Just because I'm held down by this machine, don't push your luck. If I really wanted to, I could break the restraints and crush you. Don't you forget it. Then why not do it? Shall I tell you why? You don't have complete control over Faye, do you? Your control of him is incomplete. To break those bonds would require a tremendous amount of mental energy. Having used up your energy, Faye would return again. Basically, you would have to leave the stage. Obviously, the day you would be able to return is indeterminate, hence you will not do it. Am I mistaken? So you know me too well. I don't have complete... What is wrong, Ed? You forced me on stage. He's waking. Under normal circumstances, I would have been able to hold on. But I can't. This is all that woman's fault. Her existence makes Faye resistant. You mean Ellie? That woman, the same. Everyone must eliminate... I do not understand. I don't understand, Ed. You don't need to understand. But when the time comes, just take it as it comes. Reality and death. I'll eventually get to you. Be seeing you. Huh. The emotional portion of Faye's present personality was sealed up by his father through some method. And now with the cleared foundation of Id's personality in computer terms, it's like constructing a mock personality on top of the compatible portion of the OS. That is the reason Faye has no memory of his past. Those 10 or so years of memory are under the supervision of Id. As long as Id does not willingly hand over the memories, there's no way for Faye to know, since he did not even exist before the time Id was sealed up. The present Faye's personality is an underdeveloped one which was built upon within 3 years of living in Lahan, studying and acquiring other people's reactions. Hence, he does not know how to fully cope with sudden or emotional situations. Ellie, you are the one who has spent the most time with Faye, so I would assume you would understand this. Were there not times when he would be psychologically unstable? For example, he would be manically depressive and then suddenly have fits of rage. Yes. Then his present personality is but only a temporary one. That is not what I'm saying. The present Faye is one single personality. It is just that structure-wise, his personality was constructed on top of Id's. Hence, placing Faye at a lower hierarchy. That is why when Id is active, Faye has no recollection of it. then that means he might eventually be overtaken by id? Yes, if it were only id and Faye, but that does not seem to be the case. Id only manifests when Faye's mental energy is in a weakened state. It is a mystery in itself that the lower level personality of Faye has any control over the upper level personality of id. It is obvious that there exists a third personality. Id calls this existence the coward. In my observation, this coward may be the fundamental personality of Faye. In other words, id's manifestation is not controlled by Faye, but is controlled by the personality known as the coward. Then that means what? At the same time id represents this coward, he obviously fears it. From a certain point of view, this coward is the one assisting in keeping the personality Faye in control. I don't know the reason why this third personality, Faye's fundamental personality does not come out. If this one awakens, it will become one with id. In other words, there is a possibility that the complete original personality may be restored. Is that for sure? Probably, but I don't know how to awaken it. Before I had the opportunity, id disappeared, and he's been like that since. Yeah, resents. I said the wrong word, yeah. Basically, as long as nothing happens to Faye, that would challenge his existence. Faye can be himself, but his surroundings do not allow him that opportunity. It would be best for him to live in a place that is peaceful. Yeah, it's not happening right now.